What is up, everybody? Hope you guys having a blessed day today. You watch it on air with Nick Driver podcast here on YouTube. Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and you'll be notified of my upcoming video releases here on the YouTubes. Guys, we are looking at a video that has gone viral, and we are going to comment. You guys comment down below this video. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this video. I saw it a couple times over the last few days. I figured, hey, man, we're going to give it a shot. Hey, we chiming in too, son. We chiming in, man. All right, guys, here we go. Liberal woman breaks up with conservative boyfriend over conflicting views. All right, man, let's get on into it.
Story time on how politics ruined my last relationship. So let me set the scene for you. I was dating this guy. We've been dating for 5 months. And in those 5 months, I was told by my friends, Zoe, he lives in Indiana. He's a Republican. I was like, wow. Politics don't matter to me. What was that wrong? So I was like, it's fine. I don't care. I'm going to get to know him first. We'll decide later.
Indiana is a good state, man. You know, she's already coming across as being, you know, very condescending. This is one thing about some liberal women. They come across very condescending, like they're smarter than you, like they know more than you. This is a huge turnoff to guys, man. And on top of that, what's up with all this? All these clothes back here, man. Hey, man, do your damn laundry, man. Let's get
it. So then.
Nasty.
We kind of start talking about it. I'm a very liberal woman, so I am obviously, like, very much, everyone knows that I'm a liberal.
Hey, guys, how do you know a woman is liberal? She'll tell you within just a few minutes of meeting them, man.
Woman. My brother's gay. All my friends are gay. Also, like, abortion rights,
cool,
female rights. But anyways, so I would, like, always ask him. I'd be like, what's your politics? Like, where do you lean? And he was just like, well, like, socially, I'm a liberal, but economically, I'm a Republican.
Sure.
Okay. Also, he was a 28-year-old man.
He sounds like he's probably an independent or a libertarian, but to these progressives, he is MAGA. That's right, guys. That's right. You know, to the progressive left, if you like anything besides what they like, 100%, you are
MAGA racist.
That's the first red flag, because if there's a 28-year-old man and he's single, there's a fucking reason that he's single.
Really?
But anyways, so then
that's stupid.
I'm like, well, like,
a lot of 28-year-old men that are single.
That's stupid.
She's reaching, bro.
What makes you, economically Republican? Because, like, I could give you a whole bunch of facts right now that prove that you shouldn't be. And he was like, blah, 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 blah. All of his info is from his friends. And I was like, you get all your information from your redneck friends. Obviously, you can't trust them. You need to do the research yourself. And
it's just the way she's talking, man. What's wrong with rednecks? They work hard, save money, have fun. Sounds like you were not the fun one there.
If you do the research, I told him, I was like, I'll support you based on your decision if you actually research it yourself. Like, I won't care if you're a Republican.
Yeah, you will.
But anyways, and so he was like, Zoe, I have much better things to do than research politics.
Right.
Like, I have way more important things to do. Okay.
It sounds like he's got a job and a family, and he's 28, and he's probably already knows what he's into. Why should he have to run down a bunch of research if you are the one that's upset about him? You know what I'm saying? This woman is so crazy.
She's so crazy.
Hey, saying that to me is absolutely insane, but
not everybody is political, guys. Not everybody cares as much as she does. She has wrapped this stuff up into her being. Her ideology is now her. She is the problem, guys.
Go off, King. I also just didn't care at that point. And so I kind of put it on the back burner. I was like, I can't take this right now. Well, then we get into a little spat a couple days before election day. And we almost broke up. And so I was like, nah, it's fine. I'll give him one more chance, blah, 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 blah. Well, then election day rolls around. And, well, actually, before this, he was not registered to vote. He had never voted before. And he told me that he wanted to vote in this election. And I was like, okay, cool. Do the research. But that's a whole other thing. And so the voter registration deadline was approaching. I could tell he was going to vote against me. Let's just say it like that. And so I was like, he is not going to make an educated decision on who he voted for. So guess what? I'm not going to remind him of this voter registration deadline. So then it passed. He didn't register to vote. So there we go. It was saved. He wasn't going to vote. I wouldn't have to deal with it then. But then we got into that little spat, and I was like, let me try one more time. Let me see if he's learned anything from me. And I asked him point blank on election day, I'm like, so who would you have voted for if you would have voted in this election? He was like, I would have voted independent. And I was like, do you know that how harmful and basically wasteful that is? And also, like, check your privilege by saying you're going to vote independently. And he was like, wow, Zoe.
You know, she says all these buzzwords, but it doesn't mean a lot. She has drunk the Kool-Aid, guys. This lady right here that never does her laundry has drunk the Kool-Aid, guys.
This is hilarious.
You know, I will say this. You know, you look at a situation like this and you think, maybe she needs to get off TikTok, man. I mean, you literally broke up with a guy because he's an independent. He didn't even vote in the election, and he's still not good enough for you.
I cannot believe that you think my vote would have been a waste. Shut the up.
Well, he is right about that. I mean, people on the left and right say if you vote independent, your vote is a waste. Of course they would say that because they are opposition. Okay, they want you to vote one way or the other. That's why people say that.
Because it is a waste. Look at
it's not a waste. People need to have their voice heard, guys. Now, given she has got a small point in the idea that we have not had really a lot of independents win per se. So I agree with that aspect of it. But if you agree with a candidate that's an independent, as an American, I would urge you to vote for whichever party you feel represents you as a human being the best. Regardless if it is the independent party, I have voted. I have not voted. I have voted for independent people and libertarians in past elections. You should do what fits you best and not let people like this crazy person tell you what you can and can't do. Let's get back to it.
Shut the up, because it is a waste. Look at Philadelphia. All those independent voters could have put us over the edge and could have helped Kamala win. That's another story.
Well, they didn't
and
like
so
her.
I was like trying to tell him, I was like, listen.
Well, they didn't like her. And, you know, so.
That's harmful. You have to make a decision because the way that our voting works, like the two-party system, is a joke. You have to pick a side. The independent party never has a chance. So you have to pick a side. And we got into a huge argument about it. And I was like, you know what? This is my last straw. Again, I'm a very liberal woman. I have to date someone that is on the same page as me because I can't disagree with someone on something that is so important to me for the rest of my life.
All right, guys, so there you go. We have got Super Crazy in the building. And, you know, the crazy thing about this entirety of this situation is that guy wasn't even a Republican. She broke up with him because he was an independent. And he wanted to vote for an independent candidate. He's not even MAGA. What would she have done if he'd have said,
I'm voting for Trump?
Yo, it would have been the same outcome. She would have broke up with him anyways. Guys, this guy did not dodge a bullet. He dodged a complete mauling by a bear. Guys, absolutely insane. I bet you money. Speaking on that, I bet you she would have picked the bear over the man about a year ago. Guys, when you see people like this out in the world, it's not attractive to men. This type of woman is not attractive. It's just not. No man wants to hang out with this type of woman, to be completely honest with you. Unless you're a guy that's like a Kamala guy, like white guys for Kamala. She could date one of the white guys for Kamala guys, or she could date the carburetor guy from the Kamala Harris campaign where he
eats carburetors for breakfast.
Could have dated one of those guys.
Lol.
She is going to find herself very lonely in the world because of a simple fact. Anytime you allow something like this to eat away at you day in and day out, and you will not be around another human being who has an opposing viewpoint than you. Given this guy she broke up with, he was independent. So I really wish he would have said,
yeah, I'm voting for Donald Trump. Why?
Oh, man.
That would have been an even better video. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Take care. You watch it On Air with Nick Driver podcast here on YouTube. Be safe, guys. One love. Whatever you do, man, make sure you dodge women like
this.
Peace.